Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Tuesday, January 21st, 2020. Apparently yesterday I said 2019, which I apologize. Alright, so I have to do a follow-up on yesterday's video. Clarification. We're going to do a little clarification. Alright. Boy, I got jumped on in the comments, which is fine. I have no problem with that. I asked for feedback, and I sure got it. All right, so let's clarify a couple of things. All right, and see, I think this is the funny part. People hear what they want to hear, and then they never mention the second part of what I said in my talking points yesterday. So we're going to clarify that again, and we're going to talk about that. First of all, do I think it's awesome that many people came together, that were able to demonstrate, if you will, okay, their belief about the Second Amendment and all that type of stuff. And I think that's fine. I have no problem with people doing that. Now, and I have explained many, many, many times, long before this demonstration, I don't demonstrate. I don't like demonstration, even if it's something that I believe in. I will not put myself in a situation where there is a possibility something could go really, really bad, okay, in a very short period of time. And that was a situation that could have gone bad. Now, thank goodness it didn't. I think it showed a lot of people that, the pro-gun people can come together in an orderly manner, armed to the teeth, and no violence happened. They cleaned up after themselves afterwards. I mean, that part of it I think is absolutely awesome, and I think that's great. But at the end of the day, okay, and this was my point that I was making when I said it accomplished nothing, okay? So people just automatically, well, it showed people that we're going to stand together, and that's great. That's great. But what did it accomplish was my point. And did they storm the steps and say, you need to get rid of these gun bans off of this legislation? No, they didn't do that, okay? Are those gun bans and stuff still going to go through, and the red flag thing and everything like that in Virginia? Yup, it sure is, okay? And what I had said was, their demonstrating changed nothing. That's what I meant, that it changed nothing. Okay, the people coming together and showing support and strength, I think that's fantastic. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. So they maybe did some camaraderie, got together, but I'm going to tell you what, and then people are like, well, if you've ever bought a gun, you're on a watch list. If you're, a veteran, you're on a watch list. You're right. There's a whole bunch of different reasons to be on a watch list. Okay. But they're going to look for the people that were organizing this get-together that they had down there, and they're going to be watching them even more closely. Why give them an opportunity to scrutinize you that much more? That was kind of my point. But again, people take things out of context, which is fine. So my favorite one, I have to tell you this. I had somebody tell me this, well, you're getting quite self-righteous lately. And I replied, how am I self-righteous? I give you guys my opinion. I share my thoughts with you. You can agree, disagree, come back with your own thoughts. That's absolutely fine. And I have absolutely no problem with a spirited debate. But I am far from self-righteous. I am absolutely not self-righteous in any stretch of the imagination. Like I said, I don't demonstrate. You will not see me down any place waving the flag and stuff like that. They took away our rights here in New York. And one of my subscribers, who I know very well, and I have a lot of respect for him, was the only person down demonstrating when they were passing that bill, okay? And or they had already passed it because they did it in the middle of the night. And he was the only one down there demonstrating. And again, and what I replied to him was, I said, and did that change anything? No, because they still put it into power. They still put it in. Now, could you guys vote this dude out, Nordstrom, out? Down in Virginia? Sure they can. But for the next number of years, he's going to be in office, and he's going to enact these laws, and he's going to put them in. And then I said in my talk yesterday, the fight is just beginning. okay? Because now, once they pass those and they put them into law, you have all these different counties that have declared themselves Second Amendment sanctuary counties, okay? So now it's a whole another different fight. The fight's just beginning. The demonstration was a nice show of camaraderie. It made a lot of people feel good. Again, like I said, I was concerned that there might be violence, and there wasn't, and not from the demonstrators. It would be outside agitators trying to cause problems. Okay, but thankfully that didn't happen, and I'm glad it didn't happen because that could have gone sideways really, really quickly. And again, it's a matter of, you have the news media projecting a thing a certain way, and then you have the way that it is and the way that people acted. And I think like I said, I think the people acted great. I think it was awesome. It was in that part of it, okay? But at the end of the day, what did it change? What was resolved from that? And that was my point in yesterday's video, that it changed absolutely nothing because of the fact that they're still going to enact those laws in Virginia. It hasn't changed any of that, okay? So, just wanted to clarify what I was saying because people were, and here's one of my favorites too. I'm a coward because I wasn't there. You just talk, you don't have any action, you're a coward. Well, like I told you guys, I don't demonstrate. You will never see me demonstrate. It's just not my thing. I'm not going to put myself in a situation that could go sideways really, really fast, and a lot of people could get hurt. Not really my thing, okay? I got nothing to prove to anybody. I really don't. I don't need to, rah, 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 and look at me with my, with my AR-15. Look at me, I'm a man. I'm a man because I'm walking around with my AR-15. I don't have that. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. That's not, and you know what? And I realize for a lot of people, that's not what this demonstration was about. Okay, but like I said, I have nothing to prove. So call me a coward, tell me I'm hiding, whatever you want to say. I put myself out here every day on YouTube. So, I guess that makes me a coward. I talk about living off grid. I talk about, trying to be free, trying to have peace. So I guess that makes me a coward, because I don't walk around here loaded like a bear, walking around, showing them all my business, because I don't need to, to be a man. I don't have to walk around, with a pistol on my hip or walking around with a rifle slung over my shoulder all the time. That's not what it's about. That's not what my channel's about, okay? Now, like I said, I am 100% Second Amendment, 100%. So that being said, and I have said, I support anybody that wants to do what they feel that they need to do. But again, at the end of the day, what did it accomplish? As far as change, what they're going to do. Nothing. And that was my point yesterday, okay? So people want to take it out of context and run with it, and that's fine. Like I said, guys, you know what? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and I absolutely respect your guys' opinion. I love hearing the feedback because it makes for great debate. But, it's like, because I wasn't there, it makes me a coward. There was a lot of people that weren't there that are pro-Second Amendment. If everybody there that was pro-Second Amendment, there'd have been millions upon millions of people down there. So let's think about that too. But that's okay. Like I said, it's not like I am on my channel screaming and yelling for the Second Amendment rights on every video. I'm not doing that. And if I was one of those type of people, then I probably would have been down there. But, like I said, it's just, it's not my thing. I don't protest. I don't like protesting, even if I agree with it. Because at the end of the day, what is it, 9 times out of 10, let's just say, what does it solve? Let's look at something, and I'm going to give you a great example. You got the protesters over in Hong Kong, all right? People have been killed. People have been arrested. People have been taken away not to be seen again. All right, you have had all these demands by the protesters, and so what is the only thing that the government backed off on? They backed off on that you could be transported back to mainland China to be tried for some crime. That was it. That's the only thing they backed off on. Kim, they demanded that she resign. She has not resigned. You know, they are, stomping the boot on these people, and they're not going to have it. And that's what's going to happen. And you know what? So you have a whole generation of young idealists over there that felt like, okay, well, we want to have change, and we're gonna make something happen. And things have turned violent now, okay, over there. And a lot of young people are going to be dead. A lot of young people are going to be locked away for a very, very long time. What does that solve? What does that fix? Nothing. Okay? Now, when the time comes, if they decide to enact draconian gun laws and start going and trying to take people's stuff, then you're going to see people act, because people are not going to put up with that. Okay? That's when people are going to act. Okay, so here's another example, like at the Bundy Ranch. Remember that one, that whole thing? And all the people showed up and the government ended up standing down. But guess what? Then the Bundys pushed that envelope a little bit further, and then they all ended up going to jail, okay? And Fincham is dead. What does that solve? Did that solve anything? No, because Fincham's still dead. Again, protesting... that's absolutely your right to protest, and you guys can protest to the sky turns freaking pink, okay, or whatever color. I was going to say a different color, but a lot of the colors of the sky does turn. But anyway, it doesn't. It really, at the end of the day, the powers that be, the people that are in charge, if they have the votes to put things through, they're going to put things through. And it's just like all these things that they're going to be enacting in Virginia. They're still going to happen. They're not backing off on that. They're not changing their mind. You got to understand, there's a lot of big money. Bloomberg is a great example, okay? A billionaire. He pumps millions and millions and millions of dollars into the anti-gun stuff all the time, okay? He's had a huge influence in New York, You look at what happened, here in New York. Now, again, people think that we have, all these horrible, completely restrictive gun laws, which they have enacted a bunch of stuff that's very restrictive, but people still have guns in New York. It's not like that's gone away. Now, obviously, if you're in New York City, that's a whole different ballgame, but, they have a whole different set of rules down there. But, again, it's just, I don't know, like I said, it's just... like I said, people are going to have their opinions, and that's fine. And you guys can think whatever you want of me, and that's fine too. Because like I said, I can take it. I'm a big boy. I got broad shoulders. But, I just wanted to clarify my statement of yesterday. Again, like I said, I support the guys that want to go out there and protest. Knock yourselves out. I won't be there. That's just the way it is. I don't believe in protesting. I think it changes nothing. And again, in this show of force, which is great, and maybe it'll give people pause and they'll think about what they're doing in the future. I don't think so, though, realistically, because they're going to continue to push that agenda. They have been pushing this agenda for a very, very long time. You think they're going to stop because of one demonstration? Nope. So, anyway, again, I'd like to hear your thoughts. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. Feel free, like I said, I guess a lot of people were flipping out, of my comments and misconstrued what I said. But like I said, again, at the end of the day, the fight is just starting, guys. This is just the very, very beginning. The demonstration is all nice and everybody feels good, and that's great. But what did it change? And that's what I want you to answer for me. What did it change with the gun laws being enacted in Virginia? What did it change? And if you can answer that question, then you will understand why I have said that the fight is just beginning. So anyway, weather-wise today, not bad here. It's a little overcast, obviously. It's a little chilly. A little bit of snowflakes, as you can see. Hey, how are you? But I guess tomorrow's supposed to be 40, so that'll be nice. But anyway, so that's it, guys. Like I said, I want to hear your feedback. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. That's important to remember. Also, remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. Also, remember STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, only you can stop you from doing that. You're the only one that can stop you from succeeding in life. And so remember that, okay? I hope everybody has a great day. And remember, we're all in this together, guys. We really, truly are. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.